Hello, and welcome back to Old School Nana. I'm Nana, and if you've been with me before, you've already noticed we're not at the old schoolhouse, and you would be right. I'm bringing you along with me today on a field trip over to Squires, Missouri, to my son and daughter-in-law's place, Air to Ground Farms, and I'd like for you to come with me on a garden tour. I want you to see what's happening in the September time frame. As you can see, we have some okra happening right here, but believe me, this is not the tallest of all of our okra. I've said we had a Shelly and I made a video back in May or June, and that okra seriously is about this tall, itty bitty stuff, and about 2 itty bitty leaves full of bug holes. And I remembered saying on that video, at this time of year I wouldn't give you 2 cents for that okra. Guarantee you by the end of the summer it'll be 12 feet tall. Well, it's not 12 feet tall yet, but some of it is probably going on close to 10 feet tall. Papa and I just got finished picking it, and we have a laundry basket full of okra. So I'm going to give you a little head start on that and say that we're going to make some more videos over at Nana's Kitchen using okra. And before you say, yuck, I don't like okra, it's slimy, I don't blame you, I don't like slimy okra either. But we're going to do some things that make it delicious. And more than that, stick around for the end of this video, because I'm going to introduce you to my 600-pound garden helper. We don't throw anything away around here, especially not food. We do something with it, and well, anyway, stay with me for that. Papa's going to show you some of the tall okra that I do believe may be close to 10 or 12 feet tall, and I'm going to make my way on into the garden. I'll be right back with you in a second. Y'all come on now, don't quit. Don't quit on me. All right, Papa. Right here, I have to mention Papa, y'all. He's my #1 cameraman, director, producer, all of the rest. He's the #1 helper around here. We've got tomatoes. Some of them, as you can probably see, are just huge and great, and making a lot of tomatoes. Some of them are a little tired, and that's all right. It's the end of the summer. They can be tired. It's not a problem. Everybody got their lifespan, even the plants. And here we had green beans earlier in the season, and they produced lots of beans. We froze and canned a lot of green beans for this winter. And when it was time for them to be tired, and Papa and I got them out of here, and I think we might have fed them to the chickens, if I remember right. They liked it. Well, anyway, I wanted to bring you over here to the peppers and spend a few minutes talking about them. Rich and Shelly love like the super hot habanero type peppers. And so I ordered seeds from Baker Creek. Their website, if you're looking for it, I'm not advertising, I'm just telling you where I got them from, is rareseeds.com. Well, one of the seeds that I ordered, they're called Madame Jeanette's. And Rich had said, well, I wish I could find Surinam's again. Well, when I typed it in, it came up Madame Jeanette. Let me tell y'all something. These things are hot. I know I'm exaggerating if I say they will burn your face off. But I'm not exaggerating if I say that if you accidentally put one on your tongue, because like me, you thought that it was one of the not hot peppers, it will burn a blister on your tongue, and it will burn a blister in the roof of your mouth, much like the one that I'm sure we've all had at some point in time when you bit into your pizza before it had cooled all the way. So anyway, these guys, I've turned them into sauce, and Papa and I have dehydrated them and turned them into powder, and Rich and Shelly love it. All right, come on, let's talk about the next ones. So the next ones, now you'll see these tomatoes as I go by. They came up volunteer, and listen, I figure anything that comes up volunteer has a right to try to live, so I let it live. All right, so then we have another type of rare seed, or a rare, really hot pepper, and they are called Harold's St. Bart. And so, again, they're kind of a Caribbean, but they are still hot. Like we're talking 500,000 Scoville on some of these, if you know what that means. Where I don't know what a jalapeno is. It's probably like 5,000, 30,000 on jalapenos. Yeah, Papa's helping me out here. Well, anyway, these are a beautiful, beautiful pepper. I don't know if you can even see that one. I can pick it, but I don't have any gloves on. They are hot. Like you don't even want to touch them with your hands. But they're back here and they're more of a, kind of a more Caribbean. I don't even know how else to describe them. Except for just after the flavor is the heat. So, but my son and daughter-in-law love them. All right, we got another. This would be a Juliet. She came up volunteer. She's doing better than anybody else in the whole garden. And so we leave her alone and we just pick the tomatoes and we enjoy them in our salads. And thankfully, we're continuing to enjoy them in our salads. We haven't had frost yet, and that's good. Now, another thing I ordered, which is going to explain to you what happened, I ordered something called a habanada. And they look and taste and smell just like a habanero, but they don't have any heat. And so I've been making some amazing relish with those things. And Papa and I have already filmed a video for them, and we'll share that with you very soon. And they're delicious, but they're easy to confuse. So you don't want to confuse them because you will burn a blister in your mouth. All right, moving along. We have your normal jalapenos, and boy, oh boy, have Papa and I been making some, we like pepper poppers around here, and so we've made lots of pepper poppers, put them in the freezer, and again, we'll share that with you guys. We smoked and dried some, made chipotle, and we're going to share that process with you. So y'all, be sure you keep coming back because I have so many ideas. Everybody that knows me knows this. Nana has a lot of words, and that's the truth. All right, moving right along. Now this pepper, this is a really rare pepper seed, and we have about 3 plants here and 3 plants over on that side. And we pronounce it datil, D-A-T-I-L, but honestly, they're probably supposed to be pronounced datil because the Menorcans brought them to St. Augustine when the Spanish settled St. Augustine. So that's how old these peppers are. These seeds are very rare, but again, 500,000 on the Scoville. Rich said when he looked them up, they said something about, a fruity, sweet flavor. And I was like, yeah, right before they burn your face off. All right, let's walk over here, or Papa can turn. As you may or may not be able to see from where you are, we have also Tabasco, lots and lots of Tabasco. And Rich and Shelley have been fermenting them. They're going to turn them into a fermented Tabasco sauce. Papa and I were talking about them a moment ago while we were picking the okra, and said, his family, because he's from down south, well, he's from Florida, but his mom was Alabama, his dad was Georgia, so we say down south. They just put them in a jar. His mother, Grandma McGlamory, she just put them in a jar and poured vinegar on them, and they just called it, pepper sauce? Yeah. And then, just sprinkle that on your greens, right? Collard greens or turnip greens or spinach, whatever greens you were eating. So, as you can see, we're going to need to also pick some Tabascos today as well. All right, well, Papa, I think that's a good enough review. If you see the cucumbers in front of me and you're concerned, please don't be concerned. They lived out their little lives as well. And, they got tired. And that's all right. We'll put the chickens in here this winter. I'll probably share that with you when we do. But we'll get the chickens in here, and they'll spend the whole winter in the garden doing what chickens do. And that's why this garden looks as beautiful as it does. We don't fertilize them, we don't spray. So everything in here, is, well, it's organic, I guess you would say. Because any or all of us are liable to walk along and just graze and, eat green beans or eat tomatoes, pop something in your mouth and eat it. So we make sure we don't spray anything. All right, well, let's pause right here because I want you to come with us to meet our 600-pound garden helper. Well, here we are. I want you to meet my garden helper. This is Tex. Mr. Tex, you like some okra? I bet you do. He's a happy boy, and he's not at all, now he may weigh 600 pounds, but he's not at all aggressive, or, now food aggressive, yes. Don't walk in here with a bucket of feed and don't get started feeding Mr. Tex. Now he will, I'm gonna be quiet a second, let you hear him. He does love okra. And just like humans, it's good for him. It's a green vegetable. It's healthy. There you go, buddy. You want some more? I bet you do. Now, he is a registered Berkshire, a heritage breed. His line actually has produced many champion pigs. The local kids around here in the 4-H, they'll buy the babies, the piglets that have come from him because, didn't mean to startle you, Tex. Sorry about that, buddy. Because they do tend to win the best in show or whatever it is. But like I said, he is one beautiful hog, pig, whatever you want to call him, boar. We love him around here. Like I said, 600 pounds, and he is our garden helper. So there'll be a lot more coming later, Mr. Tex, when we get finished working up all the okra that we have picked today. But meanwhile, we brought you a little snack. So just in case no one has told you today, this is the most important thing. Nana loves you.